So we've been talking to Mr. Semaganda Joseph, and we've been talking about how to raise alfalfa. Alfalfa, we've now known how important they are to our goats. And now we want to cross over to the Chloris, Guyana. And eventually, if time allows, we'll talk about how to grow the the napier grass or pakchong. Yes, pakchong or elephant grass, but only if time allows. So let's cross over to the Chloris, Guyana. So how do we plant Chloris, Guyana?
For any pastures, as long as you prepare your garden properly and you remove the weeds, then we make like kind of trenches. We do the lines, because for them we space them 2 meters.
Okay. Yeah? 2 meters apart from the other line.
Yeah, but you can, even if you space 1 meter, it will still work. But just because you can see in between the lines, when they grow and you leave them to overgrow a little bit, they drop the seeds in between. Instead of using a lot of seeds at the start, use those ones. They will cover this area, they will drop some seeds again, they will start to germinate again, and they will start suffocating the other weeds. Yeah, so if the spacing matters, you can do 2 meters, but in the end, it will cause itself. You find that everywhere there is Chloris. Yes.
So what are the benefits of having Chloris, Guyana?
Chloris, Ghana, it produces hay. And you know that for all ruminants, they need to chew the cud, because they have the microbes in the stomach. And those microbes are responsible for fermenting the feeds which the animals do eat. And they turn it into short fatty acid chains, which are necessary for producing some vitamin like vitamin K and vitamin B. So if you provide your animals with hay, those microbes will be alive, and it will also fight the problem of some animals which go into the acidosis side, so to maintain the pH of the stomach. So every farmer, a small ruminant farmer or cows, should provide the animals with hay. Besides that, when animals feed on hay, they drink a lot of water and they eat less, because they take a lot of water. That's why you see that people say that in the dry season, goats look so good, because they are eating grass which doesn't contain a lot of moisture or water inside. So that's why this Chloris Guyana is very good. And besides that, it produces a lot of volume. The production per unit area is so high, so you will have constant supply of feed throughout the year, because after every month, in the rainy season, when you have fertilized, you should be harvesting.
Okay. How long does it take before it is
For
ready?
the first harvest, it takes 3 months from planting. 2.5 to 3 months, it will have reached maturity.
So it also behaves like alfalfa, where you cut and it regrows?
Yeah, it regrows. As I said, for me, I don't plant annual crops. I don't plant perennial crops, because we're on a small piece of land and I want to have more here.
Wonderful. How do you cut it, and do you bale it or just store it as it is?
You can bale it, but just because right now we're in a rainy season and we're harvesting and we have a lot to plant, that's why we're just putting it there, as you can see there. But we bale it, locally, using a wooden box. Separated your rows, you have dug your trenches, we are going to plant. You have to make sure you mix it with some little soil or some sand. Reason being, the seeds are very light. They can easily be carried away by the hair. So if you mix in some little sand, you should use the sand which doesn't have stones, and you mix it there and you plant them like this
in a line.
In the line, because we don't cover them. So that sand helps to hold the seeds there, so that they're not taken
by the wind.
Yes. This is the right size for harvesting when they start bringing out the seeds. At this stage.
Let's come to an end already. The sun is too much, it's too hot here, but I promise you I'm going to come back to Mr. Ssemaganda Joseph's farm and we have a lot of discussion because there's a lot that we are planning with him in the background and we shall be unveiling each item. Your last word as we leave the pasture section.
To all my fellow farmers and those who are wishing to join, seeking knowledge is the key. And again, sharing the knowledge. We shouldn't be selfish for the good of our country and other people. Because we learn from other people. What we have learned, we are trying to teach. Not because we know a lot, but we are sharing the little we have with others. Sharing is succeeding.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, with that, a few remarks. My name is Dennis Duke Woniala. Please ensure you come to Bukoto and eat some good rabbit meat at a place called Sungura House. If you felt these numbers on the screen, just call for heaven's sake and we shall be more than glad to receive you and give you good meat. Until then, it's a goodbye.
This is the best stage where it has a lot of proteins.
Okay.
It's the fresh vegetative stage. At this stage, it has 16% crude protein within the first 1 month. They grow so fast when we apply fertilizers.